Hello, this is the QUASARIA channel. Today we're going to talk about something absolutely incredible that's happening right above our heads every second, but most people don't even realize it. We're going to talk about cosmic dust that continuously falls onto our planet from the depths of the universe. Imagine this number. Every year, 40,000 tons of cosmic dust from comets and asteroids falls to Earth. 40,000 tons. That's approximately the weight of 200 blue whales or 10,000 elephants, just descending from space and settling on our planet's surface. And this happens every year, again and again, for millions of years in a row. Let's stop for a minute and think about this. Right now, as you're watching this video, somewhere high in the atmosphere, microscopic particles that came from space are burning up. Perhaps they broke off from a comet that passed by the sun thousands of years ago. Perhaps they're remnants of an asteroid that wandered between planets for millions of years. And now they're here, falling through our atmosphere and becoming part of our planet. Where does all this dust come from? The main source is comets. Comets are sort of the dirty snowballs of space, huge clumps of ice, dust, and rock that race through the solar system in elongated orbits. When a comet approaches the sun, its heat begins to evaporate the ice from the comet's surface. Along with the vapor, millions of tiny particles of dust and rock are ejected into space. These particles don't disappear without a trace. They remain in the comet's orbit, creating a huge trail that stretches behind the comet for millions of kilometers. And when Earth in its motion around the sun crosses this trail, we fly through a cloud of cosmic dust. Billions of particles begin falling into our atmosphere. What happens to these particles when they enter the atmosphere? Most of them are very small, ranging in size from a microscopic grain to a sand particle. They fly into the atmosphere at speeds from 11 to 72 kilometers per second. That's a staggering speed. At such speed, even a small dust particle creates enormous friction with the air. From this friction, the particle heats up to thousands of degrees and begins to burn. The air around it also heats up and glows. It's this glow that we see as a shooting star or meteor. So every time you see a shooting star in the night sky and make a wish, you're actually witnessing the final act of a cosmic drama. A small particle that traveled through space for millions of years ends its journey in a flash of light in Earth's atmosphere. But not all cosmic dust burns up completely. The smallest particles, microscopic dust specks, are too small to create sufficient friction for complete combustion. They slowly descend through the atmosphere, sometimes taking months or even years to do so. These tiny particles eventually reach Earth's surface and become part of our planet. Where does all this dust end up? Everywhere. It settles on rooftops, in fields, in forests, in deserts, on the peaks of the highest mountains, and in the deepest ocean trenches. It mixes with soil, gets into the water we drink, and even into the air we breathe. Every person on the planet inhales microscopic particles of cosmic dust every day without even suspecting it. Think about this. Cosmic material that formed billions of years ago, that traveled through boundless space, is now part of you. Your body may contain atoms that were once part of a comet or asteroid. This connects us to the universe much more deeply than we usually realize. But the most interesting part comes next. This cosmic dust isn't just random debris from space. It has enormous scientific value. The fact is that many of these particles are older than Earth itself. They formed about 4.5 billion years ago, when our solar system was just being born. At that time, there was no Earth or other planets. There was only the young sun, surrounded by a huge cloud of gas and dust. From this cloud, all the planets, moons, asteroids, and comets of our system eventually formed. Some particles of this primordial dust remained unchanged all these billions of years, frozen in comets at the edge of the solar system. And now these particles are falling to Earth, bringing us information about those distant times. For scientists, this is like a time machine. On Earth, finding such ancient material is almost impossible. Our planet is constantly changing. Tectonic plates move, mountains rise and crumble, wind and water endlessly transform the surface. The oldest rocks we can find on Earth are about 4 billion years old, and such rocks are very rare. But cosmic dust is a different matter. It has been preserved unchanged in the cold of cosmic space. By studying it, scientists can learn what the primordial cloud that gave birth to our solar system was made of. They can understand what chemical elements were present, how they combined, what conditions prevailed at that time. How do scientists collect this cosmic dust? There are several methods. One of them uses special aircraft that rise to an altitude of about 20 kilometers, where the atmosphere is very rarefied. These aircraft have special panels coated with a sticky substance that catches tiny particles of cosmic dust before they manage to descend lower. Another method is collecting dust in Antarctica. There, on the snow-white surface of the ice, dark particles of cosmic dust are especially noticeable. Researchers collect snow and ice, melt it, and very carefully filter the water, collecting microscopic particles. Then, under a microscope, they separate cosmic dust from terrestrial, identifying it by characteristic features, chemical composition, structure, traces of cosmic radiation. There's another interesting method. On the roofs of some scientific stations, special collectors are installed that gather rainwater. This water also contains particles of cosmic dust that fell from the sky along with the rain. This is the simplest method, but it requires very meticulous work to separate cosmic material from the much larger amount of terrestrial dust and contaminants. When scientists obtain these samples, real detective work begins. Each particle is examined under powerful electron microscopes. Its chemical composition is analyzed using spectrometers. Its mineral structure is studied. And each particle tells its own story. Some particles turn out to be very rich in carbon and contain complex organic molecules. This means that in space, even in cold and vacuum, complex chemical compounds can form that are the building blocks of life. Some scientists believe that cosmic dust could have brought organic molecules to young Earth that later gave rise to life. Other particles contain rare minerals that are almost never found on Earth, or they have an unusual isotopic composition that indicates they formed under conditions very different from Earth's. All this helps scientists better understand how space works, how planets form, how stars evolve. But there's another aspect that makes cosmic dust particularly interesting. Some comets come from very distant regions of the solar system, from the so-called Oort cloud, which is located almost a light year from the sun. Material from these comets has undergone virtually no changes since the birth of the solar system. It's the purest time capsule we can study. There are also periods when the amount of cosmic dust falling to Earth sharply increases. This happens when our planet passes through particularly dense sections of comet trails. At such moments, we can observe meteor showers, tens, hundreds, and sometimes even thousands of shooting stars per hour. The most famous of these meteor streams have their own names: Perseids in August, Leonids in November, Geminids in December. Each of these streams is associated with a specific comet that once flew past the sun and left behind a trail of dust. Earth passes through these trails at approximately the same time every year, so we can predict when meteor showers will occur. During such events, the amount of cosmic dust falling to Earth can increase tenfold. The sky turns into a real cosmic show, and we can see the beauty and scale of this phenomenon with our own eyes. It's also interesting that cosmic dust has been falling to Earth throughout its entire history. Billions of years ago, when our planet was young and just forming, even more cosmic material fell on it than now. Some scientists believe that part of the water in Earth's oceans could have been brought precisely by comets in the form of ice. Comets could also have brought organic molecules that became the basis for the emergence of life. So in a certain sense, we are all children of comets and asteroids. The material that makes up our planet and our cells was once cosmic dust that fell from the sky. And this process continues to this day. Every second, every moment, new particles fall to Earth, adding to our planet's mass. If you calculate it, over Earth's entire history, over 4.5 billion years, approximately 180 million tons of cosmic dust have fallen on it. This is a huge amount, but on a planetary scale, it's still a drop in the ocean. Earth's mass is so great that all this cosmic material constitutes only a microscopic fraction of the total mass. However, for science, this mass is invaluable. Every gram of cosmic material can tell a unique story. In some particles, microscopic diamonds are found that formed under conditions of enormous pressure, possibly during asteroid collisions. In others, complex organic molecules are discovered, including amino acids, the building blocks of proteins. Particularly interesting finds are made when scientists study larger fragments, meteorites that have fallen to Earth. Although these are no longer cosmic dust, but larger objects, the principle is the same. It's cosmic material that reached Earth's surface. Some meteorites contain organic compounds of such complexity that the question arises, couldn't life have originated not on Earth but arrived from space? This hypothesis is called panspermia. According to it, the simplest forms of life, or at least the complex organic molecules necessary for life, could spread through space on comets and asteroids. When these objects fell on young planets, they seeded them with life or its components. This is a controversial idea, and not all scientists agree with it. But it shows how important cosmic material can be for understanding the origin of life. Even if panspermia turns out to be an incorrect theory, the undeniable fact remains that organic molecules do arrive on Earth from space. In some meteorites, more than 80 different amino acids have been found, many of which don't occur in terrestrial organisms. This proves that complex organic chemistry can occur in space without the participation of living beings. When young Earth was forming 4.5 billion years ago, much more cosmic material fell on it than now. This was the period of the so-called late heavy bombardment, when the entire inner part of the solar system experienced intensive impacts from asteroids and comets. Some of these impacts were so powerful they could evaporate entire oceans. But when the bombardment finally decreased, Earth was left with a huge amount of cosmic material, including water and organic molecules. And it was during this period, approximately 3.8 billion years ago, that the first signs of life appeared. Coincidence? Maybe, but maybe not. Perhaps cosmic material really did play a key role in the emergence of life on our planet. Today we live in a much calmer era. Large impacts happen rarely, though they haven't disappeared completely. The last large meteorite fell in Chelyabinsk, Russia in 2013. It was about 20 meters in size and exploded in the atmosphere with a force equivalent to 500 kilotons of TNT. The explosion shattered windows in many buildings and injured over 1,000 people. But even that object was tiny compared to what fell to Earth in the distant past. 65 million years ago, an asteroid about 10 kilometers in diameter crashed into Earth in the area of modern-day Mexico. This impact created a huge crater, threw so much dust into the atmosphere that the sun was obscured for months, and led to the extinction of dinosaurs and most other large animals of that time. Fortunately, such catastrophic events happen very rarely, once every tens of millions of years. And that quiet rain of cosmic dust that falls every day poses no danger whatsoever. On the contrary, it enriches our planet and gives us a unique opportunity to study space without leaving home. So let's summarize. Every year, 40,000 tons of cosmic dust from comets and asteroids falls to Earth. This dust is ancient material that has preserved information about the birth of our solar system. It contains organic molecules that possibly played a role in the emergence of life. It constantly enriches our planet with new elements and connects us to the universe in the most direct way. Next time you see a shooting star, remember this. It's not just a beautiful moment. It's a cosmic particle completing its million-year journey. And somewhere high in the sky, right now, millions of other particles are falling to Earth, invisibly, silently, constantly. They fell when dinosaurs walked the planet. They fell when the first humans appeared. They will fall for billions of years into the future. It's an endless cosmic rain that reminds us we're all made of stardust. And now you know about it. Now you understand that every time you go outside, when you look at the night sky, when you simply breathe, you are part of this grandiose cosmic process. The atoms in your body were once part of distant stars. The water you drink possibly arrived on Earth with a comet billions of years ago. The air you breathe contains particles that have traveled through space longer than human civilization has existed. This isn't science fiction or poetry. This is science. This is the reality in which we live. And it makes our existence even more amazing and meaningful. We are not separate from space. We are part of it, and space is part of us. So thank you for being with us today on the QUASARIA channel. We hope we were able to show you the universe a little differently. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss our new episodes about the most amazing mysteries of space. And now lift your head and look at the sky. Somewhere up there, high above you, cosmic dust is falling right now. And maybe tonight you'll be lucky enough to see a shooting star. And when that happens, you'll already know its true story. A story about an ancient journey through boundless space that ends in a flash of light above our wonderful planet. Until we meet again in space, friends. This was the QUASARIA channel.